He became friends with a schoolmate only to end up brutally her.
Left her some messages on Facebook and haven't heard anything back from her.
He wanted to show concern for the young woman and pretended innocence, but he had to confess his crime to the police.
911. Yes, I'd like to confess.
And everything was recorded in a secret recording that the victim's brother had on his cell phone.
You goddamn sister.
Lea Porter was 19 years old when she decided to move in with her boyfriend, who was almost 20 years older than her, and who was known to be involved in the world.
It got bad right away. She said, I did heroin for the first time, and I'm hooked on it.
However, one day, she disappeared without a trace, and all signs pointed to her toxic boyfriend as the responsible one. However, another guy had entered Lea's life. Someone nobody knew at all.
This one number kept popping up over and over. It was Christopher Waide, and I had never heard that name before.
After breaking up with her boyfriend, Lea decided to seek support and comfort on social media, where she found Christopher Waide, a former schoolmate she started talking to, and the last person she was with before disappearing.
Tried texting her, tried calling her, left her some messages on Facebook, and haven't heard anything back from her.
This is how this guy became a potential suspect and had to undergo an intense interrogation.
So I understand that Lee actually came and spent some time with you.
Yes.
And you kind of repeated that story ad nauseum, so I'm not going to go through a lot of the details as to that because I've read the reports.
Yeah.
You went through it pretty much in detail with Detective Lopez this morning about how, she started messaging you back and forth on Facebook in the last couple of weeks. And stop me if I'm wrong and correct me if I'm wrong, but let me just summarize this a little bit. She had been messaging you, telling you that her relationship was going bad, asked you about maybe having a place to stay. You agreed to let her do that.
Yeah.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Why would she ask you for a place to stay?
She didn't ask me, I offered it to her.
Okay.
And as far as it wasn't that it was going bad, it was that she had already broken up with her boyfriend. I asked her if she needed a place to stay or if she needed money or anything like that. She never asked me for money, but she did initially take me up on having a place to crash for a while until she got back on her feet.
Christopher assured the police that he only wanted to lend Lea some help since she needed it. However, his version of events did not convince the officers, as after searching his apartment, they found a knife with several bleach marks, which he would have bought in a nearby store the same night Lea disappeared.
Well, Chris, I'm going to ask you flat out, right now. Do you know where Lea is? And did you do something to her?
I did nothing to her beyond what I've already said, and honestly, I have no idea where she is.
Chris, this is a place where you need to tell us what happened to Lea. This is your one and probably last opportunity to do this voluntarily.
And I'm being accused of something.
What do you think?
It sounds to me like yes. And I maintain my innocence, but I would like a lawyer.
Well, by doing that, what you've now done is that you've caused us to have to stop our interview with you.
Yes, I know.
And I will give you a business card, and I'm going to tell you.
Not to get out of town?
No, I'm going to tell you that if you want to initiate any conversation with us from here on out, you're the one that's going to have to do that.
However, the police were not the only ones who didn't believe Christopher. Lea's brother, Max, thought he knew more than he let on and decided to take matters into his own hands. So he met with him in a park near his apartment and secretly recorded their conversation.
It's hard to explain the things that go on in my head sometimes to someone else, but...
Chris, your stories, they didn't add up at all. Not one. You told different things to other people. If you had something not to hide, you would have told the truth the whole time. You're up.
Why did you keep things back the first time you told the story?
I will be going forward with the police about this. I haven't yet because I'm trying to find the right way to do it, so...
This is the right way, right?
Yeah.
This is it.
Right.
This is it.
I know. But what I say right now, it's going to be very hard, but until I come forward with them to it, it'll be within the week, I swear to you. But I'm gonna have to ask you to keep it to yourselves until then.
And after a long and intense talk, Max managed to get the truth out.
You tell me right now what happened to my sister. You know what happened to my sister.
Yes.
You know if she's alive or if she's... You know.
I do. Unlike in my original story, afterwards, she wasn't tired and didn't ask to pass out. She tried to use that to manipulate. She wasn't yelling, but she was very venomous. And she grabbed that I keep by my bed. And when we go back, I can show it to you. She grabbed it and pulled it out and tried to attack me. I know you won't believe me, but I will be turning myself in to the police. I will tell them...
No, you're going to jail right now. You're going to prison right now. Where do you think you're going, man? You think I'm just going to let you walk away and drive away? You killed my goddamn sister. No, you be wait for...
Come on, let's...
Get my phone, get out of it. All this recorded, call the cops. They're already on their way.
Lea's brother couldn't believe what he was hearing and forced Christopher to call the police to confess his horrible crime himself.
911. Yes, I'd like to confess it. Okay, what happened?
It's the case being handled by detectives, the case being handled by detectives Lopez and Lynch.
By Detective Lopez and Detective Lynch?
Yes.
Where are you at?
I'm at a park here in Westminster. It's on Cherry Street. I don't know the crossroads, but it's pond.
You're near the pond?
Yep.
What is your name?
Christopher Waide.
The confession finally led to a conviction, and Waide pleaded guilty to second-degree murder, being sentenced to 48 years in prison. However, Lea Porter's body was never found.